1 hour, and then you will be able to ask any questions. We will start from the beginning. What's new in iRidium 3? And first of all, iRidium 3, it's a version with iRidium server. It doesn't mean that you cannot use iRidium as you did, just control app and your equipment, but now you can use the server also. The licensing has been changed at all. Now all the licensing system is in the cloud. I'll show you how to use it. And the new test modes and new trial periods in iRidium. Then I'll show you the new global cache driver. It is not absolutely a new driver. You could see it in iRidium 2, but I'll show you how to use it and how to license it in iRidium 3. For developers, we had made a TCP network that can where you can add several TCP devices, UDP devices, or something else, like Coolmaster devices, where the one gateway includes many conditions. We updated HTTPS driver. The SSL connection works better. And we added new MQTT driver. It is based on TCP/IP simple driver. If you know what is it, you can use it. It is not documented yet. It is in beta version, but it's a good step for developers of audio-video drivers. What is available in iRidium for free? It's a good question, and I'll show you that is nothing changed. You can use all iRidium software and additional tools for free. You don't need to pay for app, you don't need to pay for iRidium tools. You can create interface and test it absolutely free. Test mode wire transfer makes you able to use iRidium from 5 to 12 minutes. It depends on the status of your company on our website. But for all users, iRidium available for 5 minutes of continuous work. Then you need to restart the app and use it again. You don't need to do something to activate this test mode. It activates automatically when you authorize in the iRidium app. The test mode in cloud makes you able to give iRidium for testing to your end user for 60 days. It is really big testing period that could be updated by creating the new object in cloud. I'll show you how to use test mode. I'll show you how to use trial period. And frequently asked questions about new iRidium. Does iRidium works without? Yes, it works without server. You can use iRidium server as an option. It makes you able to create graphics, to save, to store the databases, to make a gateway between different systems. But if you don't use it, you can use only iRidium app on your control panel. Will the old licenses work with iRidium, with the new iRidium version? It depends on whether you used internet connection. Do you hear me? Do you see me? I'll try to turn off the webcam to make it better. Okay, thank you. I'll try to change the network. Please wait a few seconds. Okay, I'm here now. Okay, great. I'll continue. About iRidium server. What is iRidium server and when would you need to use it? If you need to store and process the data and you don't want to do it on control panel, if you want to use continuous logics, scenarios 24/7 and something else, if you want to create schedules in your graphic interface, generate trends and charts, or use some function of gateway, you have to use iRidium server. It is a good solution for database, and it's like a SCADA system for your audio, video, and automation equipment. How it works. i3 Pro is a new iRidium application for Android, Windows, and iOS connected to iRidium server, and then iRidium server connecting to audio, video, and automation equipment to send the comments and receive the data. iRidium server sharing the data between control panels. So if you want to send the data from one control panel to another, or from control panel to equipment, or back, you can do it via iRidium server. And you can use the hot, I forgot the word, sorry. You can use the sleeping server that can be used if the main server has been damaged or it doesn't work in any reason. iRidium automatically can reconnect to another iRidium server device. It could be PC or hardware solution. And what again? You can also use a direct connection between i2 Pro and your equipment if you want to do it. Controlled systems. Now, we'll go back to audio video equipment, and I'll try to explain what we mean by audio video and custom systems. I show you the driver, AV and custom systems, and this driver means that you can create any driver based on this basic thing that can control TVs, DVDs, Blu-ray players, matrix switchers, preamplifiers, and other equipment that called audio video. It could be release controlled by IR, for example, not only audio video, but generally it is equipment that has numerous models and generations that have unique comments that is not created by a iRidium mobile team, and you cannot find a ready solution for it. This equipment has has some control protocol. You can control it via IR, RS-232, or IP. You have to use any way to control this equipment. And you didn't find some ready solution like for iTunes, Sonos, Kramer, and other drivers that supported by iRidium as ready JavaScript modules. If you have such equipment, you can create your own driver to control it using the driver that called AV and custom systems. AV and custom systems driver support several types of IP transport like TCP/IP, UDP/IP, HTTP, RS-232, and others. It's a tunnel between control panel and your equipment, controlled equipment. Why is this tunnel? You can send any command and receive any data, and with iRidium AV custom systems driver, you have tools to send these any commands and parse the data received from equipment. If you control your equipment via IR, you can say the IR command directly because your phone cannot generate the IR signals. So you have to use adapters from TCP to RS-232 or from TCP to IR. This adapter is called Global Cache, and it has the models iTouch and GC100. You can use this Global Cache driver to add the comments for IR simpler than IP comments. You can use a ready database of IR comments. You can use ready databases from some integrated resources. How to control such equipment via IP, IR, RS-232? You can do it directly, as you did in the iRidium previous version, where the comments come in from control panel to your equipment directly. Or you can do it via the server. It could be needed if you have many control panels. Audio-video equipment is not really powerful. I mean, you can be sure that if you connect to one preamplifier 10 control panels, it will be okay. Sometimes control panels has a problems with connecting of several control panels. So you can use iRidium server like a gateway between control panels, many control panels, and your audio video equipment. You can store the history, some logs, some trends about working of your automation system. And the main question, where you can get the comments for your preamplifier, TV or DVD or something else. First of all, please check the database of iRidium Studio. This database includes a really big number of TV, DVDs, Blu-ray players, and some other equipment from different manufacturers. You can search on the web and find your own device and add it to your automation project using the drag and drop command. Can ER command can be sent via TCP? No, it can't. This command cannot be used with any other protocol. If you found TCP commands, you have to send it via the TCP protocol. If you found RS-232 commands, it will work only send it via RS-232. And do I have to use JavaScript to make the drivers for audio-video equipment? No, you don't need to use JavaScript if you want to send command to audio-video equipment. It can be made without any JS. But if you want to receive feedback and process some feedbacks from your equipment, you have to use the JavaScript. But we have ready samples that will help you to make some tools. And now I'll show you how to send the command to equipment in new iRidium version. It's iRidium Studio. It is really close to iRidium GUI editor, but it makes you able to create the server project also. But today we will create a simple project for AV and just for control panel. We can create visualization project from zero with our own designer, but it is really faster to use some ready solution. So I'll go to downloads at iRidium mobile website. I'll find some GUI that I want to use as a basic of my automation project. Download it from the website. I have this project already downloaded. Let me find it, please. Here it is. When you download this project from the web, you will see 4 ERPZ files. It's a GUIs for iPads and iPhones and other smartphones. You can use it also on Android or Windows. I'll open the project with resolution iPhone 5. It's not really big. I'll use it just to show it how it can be made. Okay, we'll see some pages and list of rooms. You can rename any room and create your own problems. Oh, sorry, create your own names of each room. We can go to the folder room 1. It consists of the static list. Static list is a special graphic item that can include several pop-up pages. These pop-up pages included in static list you can use here. We are interested on audio-video equipment, so I'll find the pop-up with audio-video control buttons. We can see the buttons that could be pressed by user. These buttons will send some commands to AV equipment when you press it. And now we have to create some driver that will send the commands from these buttons. This top project device panel includes all the drivers used in the iRidium project. I'll show you how to use AV and custom systems driver. Here it is, HTTP, REST-assured to TCP and UDP. Okay, let's think about TCP driver. I want to send some command via the TCP. So I am adding the TCP driver in my project. I'll set up the host of my audio video equipment, port of control of this equipment, as a project will stay by default. And then I'll go to commands. For example, I'll call the first command power, because we can turn off and on any device. And other commands could be called different way. This command includes the data field. Data field means some string or numbers that have to be sent to the driver, to our equipment, set it up with AV and custom systems driver. The commands in AV driver could be set it up different way. The way of setting of commands depends on the type of commands. If you want to send the string, you have to use some special syntax. For hex, dec, get, post, and special format of global cache, the syntax was different. You can find all the instructions about setting up of iRidium commands on dev.iridiummobile.net. It's a documentation about new iRidium version. You can switch it in English. In Drivers tab, you can find AV and Custom Systems driver, and go through instructions of setting up of each type of commands. String commands, hex commands, dec commands, and get method, post and put methods for HTTP driver, and others. In this instruction, you will find how to use each type of these commands, and you will be able to add some commands in your driver in iRidium Studio. For example, if you want to send some string, some text command to your equipment, and if you know this command from documentation created by a developer of this equipment, you have to use this syntax. For example, power 01. You will see how the command translated by iRidium Studio to the hex codes, and it means that you made everything correct. Now you can create this command, this string saved in data field. You can copy the string for another command and change it if you want. And then you have to drag and drop this command to control buttons. For example, I'll change the text on this button from menu to power. And now I just drag and drop the command to this button, and it will be sent by press event. Press event, it is where you just touch the button. Release event, when you release the button. Hold, when you hold it for some time. And end of hold, when you release the button after holding it. You can create macro commands. For example, I'll power on my TV, then I'll press key 1 and I will press key 2. It's a macro command sent from the one button. You can see 3 commands that will be sent to equipment one by one. But we have to make a delay between these commands to give to equipment some time to think about what they have to do. So we made a macro. If I want to send some command by hold event, for example, I'll create a command volume up. Oh, sorry. I'll create a command volume up, drag it this button, and set the tick at hold event. When I hold the button for some time, for example for 500 milliseconds, the hold event starts, and it will happen each 250 seconds, 4 times that second. So all the time when you hold the button, commands will be sent each 250 milliseconds. So you don't need to press this button several times, you just hold it. All the ways to send AV commands you can find in a special article at the iRidium mobile wiki pages. First way to send a command, for example, as a single command by press event, second as a macro, third by hold event, and you can also send the AV command with JavaScript, with iRidium script, to make some difficult things, to develop your own drivers. If you want to receive the feedback from AV equipment and process it, you have to use the special script methods that is showed here as an example. It is a really simple example with many comments, so you can use it to make your own processing of feedback data from any equipment. I'm sure you can do it yourself if the driver is not very difficult. And then you can try everything you made with help of emulator. Emulator can be started from iRidium transfer and from emulator in iRidium Studio, and it makes you able to use iRidium from 5 to 12 minutes, depends on status of your company on the website. You can use the test mode in any device, your PC, your smartphone, your tablet, and you can control with it all the functions of iRidium. After the 12 minutes of continuous work, you have to restart the app on your device and then use it again. For the server, the test mode available too. For example, this is the page we set it up a few seconds ago. Here is our power button. Here's our volume up button and macro commands. It is simple to use. You can see that this project is not using any script files. Here is just one script file that makes you able to translate the date and time to your own language if it is not English. But it is not used by default. It is commented, and you can just delete it if you want. This project is really simple to use. You can see all the commands on buttons, and you can see everything that has been added in this project on the pages. Nothing in script is here. Okay, when you tested iRidium app in emulating mode, in the test mode, you can download it to the control panel of your end user. To do it, you have to use iRidium mobile website. iRidium mobile website. We are going to my account. You have to be registered at iRidium mobile website as an integrator to use this. Okay, and now we are going to My Projects tab. Here you can see some folders. Folder is, for example, John Doe. It's your end user. If John Doe has several houses, for example, house and office, you can create several objects. Each object includes some number of control projects, visualization projects, and server projects. It includes the license for all the objects and the list of users that can use your project. We created a project and we will save it on my PC. I will call it Office. And then I can upload this project to iRidium Cloud. It is situated in my desktop, and I'm searching for Office project and uploading it to iRidium Cloud. It is uploaded, and now I can share this project with my end user. If you want to share the project that hasn't been paid yet, you can start the trial period for 2 months. I'll start in the trial period. And now you can use this project, upload it to the cloud for 2 months. To share this project with your end user, you have to use Invite User tab. Please select some email of your end user, and he will receive the email message. He has to choose his own password to go to i3 Pro app, and when he will be authorized, he will be able to use this Office project on his iPhone. If you will add several projects in this object, you can invite several users to use several projects. And when you will test everything, you will be able to choose some license and create some license with help of calculator. You can calculate the price of your license before you start your automation object with help of calculator. You have to choose visualization server or visualization plus server. It's a type of your object. If you use the server, you can use license visualization plus server. If you don't want to use iRidium server, you can use the license visualization only. And if you want to use it as a simple gateway between different automation systems, you can use the server-only project. With this license that's called server-only, you cannot use any visualization panel. You cannot use i3 Pro at all. It will be used only as a gateway. We'll start from visualization server license. Then second option is a type of license: starter, basic, advanced, and so on. This type of license let you know how many control panels you can use in this object. Object is a folder, as I have said. So you can buy the license for one control panel, single control panel. It will work only on one phone or tablet. And if you use iRidium server, you will be able to use 50 tags of iRidium server. One tag means one feedback from AV equipment and or automation equipment. Tags is not a comments. It is only the feedbacks from your equipment. For example, when you send command to some lamp or relay to turn on or off the light, it is not a tag, it is a command. But when you receive the status of this lamp, it is the tag of a iRidium server. So you have to count how many tags of a iRidium server you need. Please read the article, Server Licensing Policy. License Selection tab. Here you can find the simple ways to count how many tags for a iRidium server you may need on your automation object. And the second point is selecting of drivers. If you use in your project AV and custom systems driver, you have to set the tick AV and custom systems. If you used also global cache driver, for example, I am using global cache, iTouch, IP to IR. For example, I am able to search in GC Cloud. It's an online service of global cache company that makes you able to find some list of commands for audio-video equipment that includes IR commands. I'm searching for a list of IR commands, receiving the list of these commands, and I can drag and drop it on the buttons. It works the same as with AV and custom systems driver, but I need to set something in the properties of this command. It set it up without any actions from your side. It is ready for use. You just need to set up the host of your global cache device, and that's all. So, if your project includes the global cache drive, you have to set the tick global cache in the list of drivers used in your automation project. As a result, you can set the drivers global cache and AV and custom systems, and the license will be counted with this parameter. And don't forget about additions, IP cameras and SIP intercom. If you want to see the video from IP cameras and if you want to use your control panels as SIP phones, you have to buy the additions IP cameras and SIP intercoms. As a result, you will see how much your license will be. Okay. John Doe, House of John Doe, trial period started. You have invited the users. You have buy the license, and you downloaded all the project here. So it is ready. Your project can be used by your end user, and you can update it without any problems. All the licensing system for the moment works via the cloud, so you cannot upload the commercial license to your control panel without an internet connection. But when you uploaded the project with a license, you can disable the internet connection, and the iRidium can work without any internet connection. It can use only the local network, and you will not have any problems with the licenses. It is the most important things that I wanted to show you about iRidium 3. And now you can use, now you can try it for free, as I said. It is easy to do. Please visit our website, and thank you. You can ask your questions now.